when you have a game like today and you're sort of chasing the game a little bit, does it change the gratification when you walk out with a win?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to win, especially on the road. So it's, it wasn't a real pretty game, but I thought we played well defensively. Obviously struggled a bunch on offense, but, some guys made some plays, in critical situations. And, we dropped a couple of balls and certainly could have made it easier on ourselves had we caught them. But, Tulane's a good football team. They played really hard. We knew this was an important game for them, based on the way the game ended last year, and just for both of us as far as the West standings. So, expected a hard-fought game. Kind of honestly expected it to be something like it was. And we were fortunate to make some plays down the stretch and figure out a way to win it. But it is very gratifying when, when you see the guys battle like we did. You really got to give our guys credit for hanging in there. It looked like it didn't look great at times, but they just kept plugging and kept plugging and kept plugging, and we made enough plays to win.
You've seen here in Ann Arbor when Ben Hicks threw the pick six, you went away from Gardner Will Brown. Why did you stick with Ben Hicks this time?
Yeah, it's really honestly that kind of a different situation. The interception really wasn't on Ben. That was on James Crochet. He quit running. So James probably should have been in the game. It's one of those deals where you just come off of an injury. Ben expected him to be a certain place, and James quit on the route, and that's what happened. So it's, wasn't on Ben. I was frustrated at the time, because, and I know Ben was too, because he wants to be the quarterback, works incredibly hard to be the quarterback, and invested a lot in the program. And, so once we got it sorted out, we felt like he was going to give us the best chance to win, and he, made enough plays down the stretch to do that.
What did you think of his performance tonight?
We'll look at it and see. I thought it was good at times. I think we're just still not operating to the level that we need to. We just haven't had that consistent performance offensively where everything clicks. And we saw a lot of man coverage. And sometimes when you get man coverage, it doesn't look real pretty. There's not a lot of guys open. And so what you have to do is you got to make some big plays, and that's what we did. We made enough big plays to win. We dropped a couple of balls. James dropped the ball, Reggie dropped the ball. That could have been big plays for us. Ben missed CJ, I think, on one that could have been a big play. If we want to become the kind of offense that we can be, then we're going to have to complete those balls and just play more consistently.
You mentioned your frustration and Ben's frustration after that interception, but he did fight through it, and he threw the winning touchdown. How much of that was all him in terms of fighting through it, and how much did you and Coach Lashley have to help him through it?
Brett did a good job. The thing about Ben is, like I said, he's played a lot of football, and I think at the end of the day, that's why we all have confidence in him, just because he has played a lot of football. And, he's been in these situations before, and just like he was tonight, he figured out a way to make it work. And as I said, it's not always pretty, but he, my hat's off to him. He just kept grinding, he kept his head down. That's what we're trying to teach our football team, is to not get too up and not get too down. Just keep playing for 60 minutes. We think we have enough players if we'll do that, and we'll have opportunities to win football games. And when you went on the road and probably without your best performance in conference play, you got to give your guys a lot of credit, because it's a hard thing to do.
What did you think of how the defense played tonight?
I thought they played lights out. I really did. I thought at times we got a little tired. They got us on the drive in the third quarter where they went fast a couple of times. We didn't get lined up. I was a little disappointed in that. But I thought they played incredibly hard. We put the game in their hands several different times, and they got stops. Every time we put the game in the defense's hand, they stopped them and allowed us to get the ball back. And you have to have a lot of confidence in the defense. To punt twice, in the last 4 minutes, and we did. And the defense came through. So really proud of their performance. And can't say enough about what they did tonight.
How hard were those decisions for you to punt rather than going for it on fourth?
Yeah, it's not in my nature to do those things. So, but you always have to consider what the game is like. Had we had a hard time stopping them, then we probably would have gone for it. But the defense was playing so well. We had so much confidence in their ability to get the ball back for us and get good field position for us. We didn't want to put the game in the hands of our offense on a 4th and 10 situation, and that's what it would have been. In order to convert that, they would have got the ball at midfield. So, we played the percentages and did the right thing, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And in this case, our defense played well enough for it to work.
On the long touchdown to James at the end, was that play designed as a potential scoring play, or just get to the sideline and stop the clock?
Just a routine play that crossing route that we feel like is a pretty good play versus man coverage. And Ben made a really good throw, and James made a nice play on the ball, and that's what we talked about all week. Was it was going to come down to us, our ability to make competitive plays, because we were going to see a lot of man, a lot of one-on-one situations, and receivers were going to have to make competitive plays on the ball. And James made obviously a big play, big time in the ball game.
What was Will Brown's health like for this game?
He's okay. I mean, he had a little bit of a shoulder ding last week or 2 weeks ago, against Central Florida. That probably affected him a little bit in practice. He probably hasn't been as consistent as he was. He's working through it, but he's going to, expect him to be back, completely healthy, and we'll kind of do what we've been doing. Let the guys battle it out, see who executes the game plan the best, and that's the quarterback that we'll go with. And, I've always believed that if you have two good quarterbacks and you feel like you have a chance to win with them, then you're really fortunate. There's a lot of teams that don't have one. We feel like we have two guys that give us a chance. And so, what we're trying to do is figure out which one's going to be able to utilize the game plan and execute the game plan the best, depending on who we're playing and what we're going to have to do to win the ball.
How did you and your team spend the lightning delay?
The big thing, we just came in and talked about, just being relaxed and staying focused. And, we don't know how long those are going to be. Sometimes they're 2 hours like the TCU one was, and sometimes they're 30 or 40 minutes like this one was. So I thought in both cases, I thought they did a great job of, just being mature, staying focused, getting off their feet. Then we came back out and gave up a touchdown, so I was a little bit discouraged, by that. But once we settled in, I thought our guys handled it very well. And again, I'm starting to see our team grow up a little bit. Proud of their ability to persevere through a lightning storm or through some things that happened to us in this ball game today that weren't easy for us to deal with. And that's what we want to become a good football program. That's what we're going to have to do. And that's what's going to give us a chance to become a really, really good championship level football program. It's learning how to deal with adversity, and learning how to deal when things don't go our way, and figuring out a way to win a tough game on the road that's not real pretty. And so really proud of them for doing that today.
There were quite a few false start calls today.
Yeah, we thought that they were clapping their hands and that, and that's those aren't, we don't normally have those. Our players were saying that was what was happening. We were a little frustrated that it wasn't being called. Beyond that, I don't really know. I don't have an explanation for it, but it was one of those things that at least our players were telling us that was what was happening. We were trying to convey that. Clearly didn't do a very good job of conveying that to the officials.
Last question. What's Pat Nelson's health status?
Yeah, Pat was thought he was going to play. He didn't feel great earlier in the day. I think he woke up this morning and had more pain in his ankle than he anticipated. We were going to hold him, and then he decided he wanted to try it. And then we figured it was in his best interest to not play him. We tried to set him back. So, we've had an unusual number of ankle injuries this year. It's just kind of been the injury of the year, and it seems like it's really hampered a lot of key players, whether it's Pat, we had Jalen Thomas had one during the game. Obviously, Reggie's had one. James has had one at times. C.J. Sanders has had one. It's good to see C.J. back out there today. He made some plays for us. Braden's obviously had one, or not Braden, X has obviously had one. So we've just have had, a lot of ankle injuries that have hurt us, and so that's what Pat's was, and we're trying to get him back to the long stretch run if we can.